Since last August, the North Bronx Collective has been holding bi-weekly cleanups, working on soil remediation, and providing mutual aid to the community from the Tibbett Tail Park on Bailey Avenue until they found the gates locked at this previously abandoned park space.
What does it mean in a space like the Bronx, like this Kingsbridge area, like Bailey Avenue, when folks are literally locked out of green space that is life-giving in so many different ways?
The North Bronx Collective now asks for community control of Tibbett's Tail, stating that they've cooperated and responded to inquiries from the New York City Parks Department and have worked with support from Community Board 8 and Partnership for Parks, yet were locked out of the space with no warning. We reached out to NYC Parks, who stated they, quote, performed a site inspection of Tibbett's Tail after being informed about an unauthorized garden space, and they closed the site, quote, due to several concerning environmental safety hazards, including a lack of fencing along the slope in the park to the major Deegan Expressway, hazardous materials, and tree conditions. Parks also shared that they have scheduled a meeting with the North Bronx Collective and are committed to working to determine next steps.
This has all been really transparent, including with Parks, and we've really struggled to hear back from them as we've been kind of like alerting them to the work, to the educational programming that we were hoping to run out of the space. And before we had heard back, we were locked out. And so really our purpose in the petition is both to raise awareness around kind of the history of the work and the orientation toward the work, like our commitment to green space for the larger health of the community, and like our position that really communities should have say over how the space is used.
The collective also mentioned the issue with littering stretching across the sidewalk and emphasized the need for green spaces and the importance of upkeep of this forest fragment in this particular community.
We desperately need the space. I can't tell you how crucial it is for our well-being here to be able to have access to the green space.
Forest fragments are highly important because when we talk about New York City, what do folks think first? Buildings and concrete. Folks don't see the huge abundance of wildlife that's in the species. Just in the time that we've been standing here, I've observed 6 different species of birds. This space is really important to those species, and it's also important to us.
We see the space as having been neglected for years and see it as a space that the community should really control and really should have a say in how it's used.
Follow at NorthBX Collective to view their petition and for updates. Reporting for BronxNet, Sonyi Lopez.